miles of desert heat on a horse that don't have a name. Written on like a man who sing, they say he's called the same. I got down on my knees, won't you sit to my knees? And put my hands on the wheel. Looking for a dream still. Put my hands on the wheel. And I was looking for a smile I could feel. I drove myself through hell and back, and I never even stopped and got myself a t-shirt. Get this shirt!
In a previous life, I spent the vast majority of my free time making content online, sometimes pulling off in excess of 12-hour-long live streams and uploading new videos to YouTube several times a week. The years-long effort gained me over 50,000 subscribers and 24 million views. A minimal drop in the proverbial bucket. Then, one day, I simply stopped. And my life completely changed. My stress levels dropped, sleep improved, I became more focused and productive at work and with daily chores. Even my diet changed significantly, and I spent more time with friends and family at gatherings or simply visiting to exchange news and local gossip. Sometimes, when visiting someone, the conversation might last for 15 minutes before you'll notice everyone is looking at their phones and not interacting with each other at all. You're left sitting there watching them all, feeling like you're watching the real-time effects of some zombie fungus that has infected their brains and dictating their behavior. It's become our number one pet peeve. I encounter so many people who stare at their phones for hours a day and then come around to say things like, "There has to be more to life than this." There is. They just never look up from their phones long enough to see it. Other times, I might visit someone over a drink at a coffee shop, bar, or while sitting on the front porch without so much as a cell phone in sight. Those are whom I'll invest my time and effort into, not into those with mindless zombie virus scrolling addictions. The peace and solitude that comes from simply unplugging from the internet is extremely addictive. And the only thing I've learned from being a content creator for over a decade now is that in the end, nothing you've ever done online really matters. Fact is, everything you do online is often detrimental to what you could be doing instead. Online, you are a servant to strangers, and when you start thinking about what people might like, you start thinking about what people expect. Then you start pandering to people's expectations. Then, you start talking about yourself in the third person. I learned very early on not to think like that. You go out there and you do the best you can, and you do things that are interesting to you. Hopefully, it will be interesting to other people. I don't want to be adequate. I'd rather fail gloriously at making something strange and awesome, but ultimately a failure. And here we are. I often miss my old community, though. The banter and interactions I had with them. We sort of had our own thing going on in our own little corner of the internet. It was fast-paced, fun, and an adrenaline rush throughout every moment of it. I was also a very different person back then. A product of my own creation. Today, my community building efforts, banter, and interactions happens offline, in a world where nothing is mass-produced by AI. And within that world, on the third Thursday of every month, there is a celebration that stands in protest to boredom, stagnation, and limitation. The Fête de la Musique is traditionally held on the 21st of June and takes place all over France. It always takes place on the day of the summer solstice and features free music concerts. The event is open to any participant, be they amateur or professional, who wish to perform. All the participating musicians are asked to perform for free, and all of the concerts are free for the public. The vast majority of these performances are open air, in streets and in parks and in public buildings, museums, train stations, shops, and chateaus.
There's somebody up above saying, come on, girl, you gotta get back up, you gotta hold on. Yeah, yeah. You can run, you can run, you can hide, you can fall for the last one. Will you stand for love when all you see is hate? Will you follow the crowd or will you lead the way? You're only meant to be the one who lives. In the face of fear, let me know you're here. That we all got a choice in life. You can run, you can hide, you can fall for the lies or stay.
There's music of every kind and genre, from individual bands to major music institutions such as orchestra, operas, and choirs. The initiative was launched in 1982 by the French Ministry for Culture, and now Fête de la Musique is held in more than 100 countries in Europe and over the world, including right here in my offline city. Our Third Thursday events change themes every month all year long. It's a time for locals, visitors, and tourists to meet up in the historical district for food, entertainment, networking, and community growth. Making memorable appearances at these events has become important to me and my standing in the community. I've gotten to meet shop and business owners, artists, musicians, local philanthropists, council members, community leaders, event organizers, and even police officers, almost all of whom are on a first-name basis. You don't get experiences like this doing anything online. It's direct and face-to-face, or it's not really happening at all. It's a life that isn't viewed through a computer screen, not filtered to suit an algorithm. It doesn't follow the trends and doesn't care what's popular on TikTok today. It's not niched down, not a genre. It's a life. A real life. With real people, real interactions, real friendships, and real memories being made. That's not to say it's without its drama, challenges, hardships, or battles. It's not always calm and peaceful, not always comfortable, not always kind. But it is real, and it is always full. What often surprises me the most about humankind is that we get bored of our childhood, rush to grow up, and long to be children again. That we lose our health to make money, and then we lose our money to restore our health. That by thinking anxiously about the future, we forget the present. Such that we live in neither the present nor the future. That we live as if we'll never die, and die as though we've never lived. What I'm creating out here is something that can't really be expressed on film, but it will lead to stories that can be shared, take us to places that should be visited, and reflect the kind of life that could be lived. Out here, going viral means that anytime you walk through any door in the city, someone on the other side of it knows who you are. Some will smile at your arrival, and others will feel a sudden need to hide in the corner of the room. Doesn't much matter which. Here, Being an influencer means being directly involved in daily lives, business, events, fundraising, and community building efforts. Churches, city council meetings, staying up to date with local development projects and news. This is how you build a world. This is how you become part of something that's bigger than yourself. How you make a legacy. How you have your name stamped on a brass plate along the riverwalk honoring your contributions. This is how you'll be remembered.
What do you want from me? Why don't you run from me? What are you wondering? What do you